Why is God gonna waste his time giving you ideas and gifts if you're not gonna put them to use? And so it's a hot mess, but it's time. Why not just turn the camera on and start vlogging? It's turned into a certified gum chewer, so if chewing gum is not your vibe, exit stage left. Hey guys, hey. It is your girl, right? I'm chewing this watermelon gum by Extra. So good. I am actually working on getting my closet room cleaned out so that I can have someone come in and make it like a mommy and me room for Angel and I. And so I know you guys are probably saying, like, who's Angel? Because it's been a minute. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you don't know. But I have a little girl, and she's 1 year old, and it's time for her to have her own space. Like, we've been doing the co-sleeping thing. I want to take these glasses off. We've been doing the co-sleeping thing for over a year now. She sleeps in her crib. She does not sleep in the bed, but she's in the bedroom with us. So, you know, I think it's time for her to graduate to her own little space. But I still need a place, you know, to keep my clothes and things like that. So it'll be like a mommy and me area. And I'm totally embarrassed about how bad I let the room get. But listen, we're either gonna stay in it or we're gonna dig ourselves out. And so right now I'm in the kind of dig myself out phase. And like I said, I have an idea of what I want that room to be. Like, I can envision it. So it's just a matter of me setting things in motion. Like, that's what I have to do. So I haven't even got a concrete yes from the guy who'll be doing the work. But listen, it's already done. It's already done in the unseen. And yeah, I already know what paint color I want. I know what flooring I want down. All that. Angel's growing. She's thriving. I love her so much. She came into my life at a very unexpected time. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I always wanted a daughter. I didn't care how she came, as long as she came, and she came. God sent her to me. And it's just an amazing thing. But if you are familiar with my page on Instagram, so Fashion Week, I have lots of pictures. If you want to see her, you can jump over there and you can take a look at my Instagram, and you'll be able to see her from birth, you know, all the things. I would like post pictures like every day of her. And when she turned a year old, I did do a post about how I came to get her and what she is to me. So head on over there and run that up. I really want to start uploading on YouTube again. Like, I really do. That was always something that I enjoyed doing. YouTube came into my life during a transition period. I was transitioning out of a 13-year relationship with my children's father. And that relationship was an abusive relationship. It was a relationship where I was being cheated on because he was in a relationship with someone else. And yeah, when I stumbled upon YouTube, it was like a godsend to me, because it gave me an outlet. It gave me something else to do, something else to think about, other than the fact that, you know, I had, you know, 2 kids you know, from a failed relationship. And so I really enjoyed, you know, uploading content on YouTube and, you know, meeting people, connecting with other creators and stuff like that. It's just that I could never get a consistent footing on YouTube. I would do it, I would be consistent for a little while, and then I would fall off. And that's pretty much the way things have been my entire life. It's just like I can never, you know, be consistent with anything other than the job that I work. That's it, because I had to take care of my family. But, you know, it's getting to a point now where I feel like, you know, am I going to keep pouring into something that does not make me happy? Or am I going to pour into the things that actually make me happy, make me feel alive, to see where it takes me? Like, you'll never know what your gifts and talents can do for you if you're not putting them to work. You know, it's time. And my gifts and talents can take me places that are not even in my wildest dreams. But I have to put in the effort. You know, and I'm getting to a place where, you know, working in corporate America it's just not a vibe for me anymore. It's just not. And, you know, God made me who I am. For like, and I can pour, and it's free. You know what I'm saying? Like, God gave me life. And I am who I am. And I can pour into my talents, my creativity. And that costs me nothing. It doesn't cost, it costs me my time. But it's my time that I'm investing and pouring into myself, and not pouring and investing into something else. So, you know, that's where I am right now. I do believe that God has called me to do other things. And I believe that my gifts can take me way farther than where I am right now. I want to do something else that gives me, you know, life. And it's in my lane. It's where I should be in life. And it's doing something that I absolutely love to do. I always like to come on here and do an update on, you know, my weight and stuff like that. So let's talk about it. So in December of last year, I was sitting at around 155 pounds. I really did not like that weight. I didn't like that weight on me. I felt like I looked puffy, like my face looked really round. And for those of you who don't know, I am 5'2". So I'm pretty short. And so the slightest amount of weight, you know, typically shows up on me. You're able to see it. Like, I look like I'm carrying more weight than I'm actually carrying at 150. At least in my opinion, from my point of view, it appears that I'm carrying a lot more weight than you're like 150. Like, if you were to look at someone who was 5'6" and 150, they would look quite thin. I don't look like that. That weight shows up on me different. And so, you know, I was struggling at that time. Like mentally, it was not sitting well with me to be 150 pounds. So I had started to try to like change my eating habits or whatever, and I only saw the scale come down about 3 pounds, and I'm just like, it's something more. It's something more. Like, there's a science behind this weight gain, and you need to get to the bottom of it. And at that time, my period had started to become irregular. So, you know, I am a woman of a certain age. I'm 48 years old currently. And so, you know, when you're about that age, you're well into like perimenopause. Like, most women, they start to go towards perimenopause in like their like late 30s. And so I knew that could possibly be the contributing factor to my weight. And I really wasn't like tracking or monitoring. I wasn't working out. So, you know, quite naturally, I started to pick up this weight, and I did not like it. So at that time, I started looking into getting on a GLP-1. So I did have FSA dollars at the time, so I decided to join Mochi Health, and I had my visit with one of their physicians, and I was able to get on the GLP-1. So whoop-de-doo. So I started the GLP-1 in December, and I am currently, and that was December of last year, December 2024, and I am currently sitting at like 131 pounds right now, and I'm loving it. I love it. I love it. You know, it's important to me to stay on top of my weight, just because I know that that is a major contributing factor to my mood, my emotions, the way I think. And so I just really want to, you know, stay on top of that, because I have to be healthy, because I'm raising a baby. And it's not easy when you're, you know, when you're older. You know, you have less energy. Your tolerance level is -15, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just have to be in the right frame of mind at all times. And so that's, you know, that's where I am. And so I didn't really document any of that first year of me raising Angel, because I wanted to devote as much time to her as possible. I wanted to be present. So I didn't document that. But I want to be able to document where we are now in our journey, because I think it would be the greatest gift. Because I'm 48 years old, you know, and life is just crazy. I want to be able to have as much documentation of our life together as possible, because I'm older. And, you know, with life's twists and turns, you just never know. And I want her to know just how much she's loved. And what better way to do that than to present her with actual, tangible documentation of our life together. So if ever I'm not around to communicate these words to her in person, then she'll always be able to go back and see it on video. So that's what I'm gonna do. Whether I have a viewing audience or not, I'm gonna do it, you know. And, you know, I come to realize, and I think I've said this on other videos, that, you know, when children are like, when they're babies, you know, you think that they actually need you a lot, but they actually don't. They're very self-sufficient. Like, she's so self-sufficient. Like, she don't really need me for a lot. I need her. And that's a fact. The room's going to be very, very minimal, because I want her to have space to roam and to be, you know, free to walk around. So I am going to relocate her crib there temporarily. So her crib will be there until she's a little older. Then I'm going to get her a bed, but the bed's going to be like a floor bed, so that she can't fall out of the bed and hurt herself. So I'm excited. I'm so excited about being able to decorate that room. And then I'm seeing this Hisense, what is it? This Hisense, it's like 116 inch TV. Yeah, so I wanted to get that really big TV to put in the room, so that when we have like movie nights or whatever, you know, we can do it in that room. And I think I needed this ramble, you know. I needed to be able to talk, because I spend a lot of time in the quiet, because nobody's really talking. Nobody's really talking. And so yeah. You guys, D'Angelo died. My D'Angelo. Well, I know you know D'Angelo, my dog, but the artist D'Angelo also died. And I named my dog after D'Angelo, because He's my all-time favorite artist. I love D'Angelo, okay? I love him. He's my favorite music artist. I was so upset about his passing. Oh my goodness. I just don't know what is going on in the world today, guys. What is happening? What is happening? This is why we only have one life to live, so why not live it up? You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Because people are just dropping away from here like flies. So I hope you all are doing well. A lot of times, our wellness, you know, our wellness gets poured into other people, other things like work and all of that. Like my well, you know, my well starts at 8:30 a.m. when I get up. But then for a stretch of 8-9 hours, I'm pouring all my wellness into a job that gives me nothing back in return but a paycheck. And like I said, I'm so grateful for the job. But I tell you, my time is worth way more than that. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? We gotta do something. Because I'm telling you, I'm tired. I'm tired. Your girl's tired. So some gotta give. Some gotta give. I want to be a different type of mom to Angel. Like, I don't want to like buy her a lot of toys and stuff like that. I don't want her to be one of those kids. I want her to be a kid, so she will get things to play with. But I don't want to ingrain into her head that she has to follow like social norms. Like, you know, you have to celebrate Christmas and, you know, you have to have a Halloween costume every Halloween. Like, if you don't want to dress up, you don't have to. We don't have to even do that. We don't have to do those things. What do you want to do for Halloween? Do you want to go to a movie? Like, we don't have to do what everybody else is doing. I just want to always, you know, train her in a way that she doesn't get caught up in all this society crap, you know? I want her to be different. I'm different. I don't even go with the social norms. Like, I'm not, what? No. I don't want to do that. I'm not doing it. No. So, I want her to be that same way. Now, I mean, if that's her jam, if she wants to do what everybody else is doing, then so be it. But she ain't get that from me. You're taking a long way to get to my destination, just so I can be outside for a little bit, because I've been in the house all day. And as soon as I got out of my funk, I went and I got in the shower. I removed the hair from my head and got a little cute, you know, got a little cute. So yeah, that's why I'm outside. Yeah, and I'm happy. You know, God is so good all the time. He's so good all the time. And you know, I'm beginning to fall in love with my quirks. You know, like, at one point in my life, it was so hard for me to accept me as I was, you know? And now at 48, are there things that I know I could do better? Absolutely. There are so many things that I could do differently. But anytime I've tried to do things different that were things that I've been doing for a long time, and it never works. So it's just like there are some things like poor eating habits, as in, okay, let me give you a proper example so you know what I'm not talking about. Like the bad eating habits, right? We know that is a process. You're going to go through ebbs and flows with that. Like, there are going to be times where you're going to eat good, then you're going to eat bad. Okay, so there's ebbs and flows with that. So we expect that. Those are things that we expect. You know, I'm talking about things like how, you know, I am a very low maintenance friend, right? And I'm a low maintenance friend because of how I believe, let me just say that, because I'm not making an excuse, but I've come to the conclusion that the reason why I am a low maintenance friend is because how I was raised. My grandmother was very, very religious, spiritual. She was an evangelist, and I lived a very sheltered life. There was not much that I could do, even in my adult life. As long as I was living there, couldn't have company, had to go to church, you know, all that stuff. Like, couldn't have we couldn't have no company, you know. So it wasn't like I didn't start to experience like freedom until I was well into being like an adult, like full on freedom. No. And everything I had to do while I was living with my grandmother, it was like I had to do it in secret. Like, I could never just be outwardly me. And so, you know, that's why I believe I'm a very low maintenance friend. So I'm not going to be one of those friends that you're going to hear from every day. I'm just not that girl. I'm not. And if you want me to be that girl, that's not something that I could even come to a happy medium on, because I'm just not that person. So that's an example of, you know, me trying to be the high maintenance friend, like being very overbearing. I got to talk to you every day. We got to like go out on friend dates, like, you know, 6 times a month. No, I'm not that person. And me trying to be that person, it burns me out. So like that as an example is something that, you know, at certain points in my life, I would try to conform to other people's expectation of me. And now I don't do that at all. And that could be, you know, because of age. But now that I, you know, have come to the decision, you know, to own that and to own it proudly, you know, because there are some people who love low maintenance, you know, friends that are low maintenance. I don't need you to call me every day, and I'm not going to call you every day. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that, because half the time I'm on meetings all day where I'm talking at work, and when I'm done for the day, I don't feel like talking. I just don't. Now today, I'm talking. I'm running my mouth a while because I've been off. Today's Saturday. And so I've been able to recharge my battery. So now I'm ready to run my mouth, you know? So today would actually be a good day to connect with a friend. But I got other business to take care of. But you guys get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So I'm falling in love. I have fallen in love with the person that I've become, because I am unapologetic about these things. Like, you know, previously if people would call me on that, I would be I'm so sorry. But now it's unapologetically. At the end of the day, I'm going to be me, you know, and people have to accept that.